Hi everyone. So we're going to do, I'm going to do a minimalist design here. I had a very complicated one last month for June, and I ended up really not loving it. I mean, it was nice, but it didn't serve my needs. So this month I'm going to do the bare bones, and I really love the way it turned out. I found this pattern, the strawberries with the stripes on it. I found that pattern on dreamstime.com, which is a stock photo site, and I use them all the time. And this is a seamless pattern, and I just put like four of them together in order to make that piece of paper there. And then I printed it on a clear shipping label from Avery, and you can watch last month's plan with me video and you will see the exact labels that I used. So I thought I got it right the first time, but I didn't, and you'll see here in just a second where I rethink my life choices and peel that up and start over again. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Jennifer Harvey, and I'm the founder of chicsparrow.com, and I started a company that makes traveler's notebooks, and I enjoy planning, I enjoy journaling. Mostly I enjoy journaling. I never used to like to plan because I felt like whenever I made plans, God laughed. And so I have learned the necessity of planning, but I don't like to over plan because I just like to have a fluidity to my lifestyle. However, running a business requires planning, so I plan for business and only for business. I don't make solid plans for my life. However, if I say I'm going to do something, I follow through and I do it, but I don't like to plan it out. I just am not wired that way. But so I did a full sticker on that side, and I love the way it turned out. I did tape over top a glittery cardstock cutout that says July, and it's in gold. It's not showing up so great here, but in person it sparkles, and it definitely brings joy to me, so I enjoy having that there. So July is in like gold glitter paper on top of the strawberries. And now I'm just doing my vertical calendar. And this, for me, this is the best way to do a calendar. I don't really enjoy drawing boxes. So for me, this is what works the best. So I want to find joy in numbering, but so far, not so much. I think that I just am not in love with my own handwriting, and that is what causes me to not enjoy doing it. But it's okay. I'm learning self-acceptance, and it's gonna be all right. The pen that I'm using is actually a friction pen, and it has a very fine nib on it. I think it's like a 0.3. It's not the best pen for this. However, I didn't have the pen that I wanted to use with me, so I will go over this again later with the correct pen, and then I can just use probably my heat gun and just get rid of these marks here, and you won't even know that they were ever there. So I wanted to pick something kind of summer themed for July. Of course, I do celebrate the 4th of July, but I didn't want to do the traditional fireworks and you know, the traditional 4th of July look for the entire month. So I picked strawberries, and I really am pleased with the way that it turned out, even though it's very minimalistic. I found these little strawberry jars, and some chocolate cake with strawberries on the side, and then some illustrations of strawberries. And I will use those all throughout the month, probably just to add a little decoration here or there for a little pop of color or a little illustration, just so that the pages aren't too boring for me. So this sticker paper, which is actually a shipping label, I really enjoy using it because the colors turn out really well when you print on them. They can be a little bit fiddly when you're trying to take the backing off, but once you pop it on the page, it just disappears and melts into the page. So whatever you print on it just looks like it's part of the page, and I really like that about those stickers. On the 31st of July, my husband and I will be celebrating our 22nd wedding anniversary. Now, we did get married twice in 1 year. We got married Justice of the Peace in May, on May 29th. And I told him, I was like, okay, well, that's nice, but I don't really feel married. So I wanted a wedding. And so we decided to have the wedding July 31st. And after that ceremony, I was like, okay, now we're married. Even though by law we were married in May, I just didn't feel like we were married. And I needed the ceremony with, the religious ceremony with all of our friends around, and I just needed that. So now every year we celebrate 2 anniversaries, and my husband spoils me for each one. I planned it that way, right? I didn't, but it's okay. So this is a piece of chocolate cake with a strawberry on the side. It's a watercolor illustration. And again, all of these are from Dreamstime. You can go and get these exact same ones yourself if you want them. And I shrunk them down in Photoshop so that they would be much, much smaller because they were huge. And I just wanted little stickers. I don't have a ton of stickers. In fact, I don't think I have really, well, I do have some stickers. I have some planner stickers for my my Bible study notebook, and they are spiritual themed stickers, but those are for that notebook, and I got them at Hobby Lobby. They were 40% off. I mean, who doesn't like a 40% off sale? So I definitely went in and grabbed those. So here I'm setting up a goals and a project page, and I found that I really only need 1 page for each subject per month. And I also keep with me at all times a B6 Slim Folio with the Cafe Notes, the Naname Cafe Notes notebook inside. It does have a very tiny grid, which I am learning to deal with, but it's not my favorite. I try really, really hard to write tiny, and I try. So I love that notebook though. I love the size, and I keep it with me at all times. And so with that, I usually have a lot of my projects and my to-do, not really to-dos, but I have a lot of my projects in there. And so I don't need a lot of like project space here in this notebook. So these are some strawberry illustrations, and all I'm doing for the month of July is a very basic setup. So I have to cut off a little piece there because there's a little leftover piece from the stripes. So I'm just going to cut that off before I push it down on the page so that's not showing. But really, I'm just going to write week 27, and then I'm going to start it out with July 1st. And I'm just going to plan as I go, or draw it out as I go. And you can see here that this is why I like to use these pens, is because if I make a mistake, I can erase it. And so I kept trying different ways to write Wednesday. And I didn't like any of it, so I just kept erasing it. And I'm using the Rhodia notebooks, which, by the way, I will be selling in my store at chicsparrow.com. In a few weeks. We placed our order for them because I absolutely love them, and I asked them if they would allow me to retail them, and they said yes. So I will be offering them very soon. They work really well for my fountain pens and really any kind of pen that I want to put on them. I really love the paper a lot. And they're perfect for the A5, so I jumped on it as soon as I could. But here we have my setup. Let me get all my stuff out of the way. So just something nice and pretty to look at. And then my vertical calendar, my goals, my projects, and then this will be my weeks and my notes if I need them. So that's it. That's all there is. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day.